What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we're not talking about a knife. We are talking about a pry bar. This is the Vero Engineering Fulcrum. Basically has changed my EDC. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So, guys, you already know, if you've been watching my channel, how much I love Joseph Vero and everything that he's doing over at Vero Engineering. I honestly think he makes some of the best knives right now in the business, and that is reflected by him being able to sell out in seconds all of his knives. They are very desirable, and it's for really good reason. Now, I've done a review on the Impulse and on the Synapse XL. I've got my Axon that I've got to do a review on, but this I have purchased. It's been a little bit, so I have been carrying this for maybe a month and a half too much. I don't know. And it has totally changed my ADC. So just to start off, I am always prepared, right? I always carry certain things. I carry a lot of things on my person, but I also have an everyday carry bag. And for a long time, I had a titanium, very plain titanium pry bar in that bag. I never carried it on my person. I always carried it in that bag, and when I needed it, I just pulled it out. Well, Kevin over at Lefty ADC, my brother, sent me this. This is the Lynch Northwest All Access Pass. And this is the longer one. They make a shorter version. This one is a pry bar that has a pocket clip. And so, okay, I was like, all right, it's pretty excited. I'll add this to my EDC and see what happens. Well, it turns out that I really like having a pry bar on me. Now, I know a lot of people are like, why would you ever need a pry bar? I get it. Until I started carrying it every day and then having it with me, because when it was in my bag, I would really only get it, in certain circumstances. I carried this one and used a pry bar for all kinds of stuff. And then it would just make everything so much more handy that you don't want to use your knife for. Obviously, prying task, but man, just so many other things. It was really nice. This one does have a bottle opener, so I used it for that as well, and it's really cool. It has some anodization. The Lynch Northwest All Access Pass pry bars are some of the best, hands down. This is a very nice pry bar. But when this came along, they make this. This is the full-size Fulcrum. They also make a mini. I am not going to get the mini. The mini has a few problems in my opinion, just because of where the bits sit. It is underneath the pocket clip, so it is kind of hard to get in and out of your pocket, from what I understand, listening to Kevin Lefty EDC and from Jake over at Bearded Gear. So the full-size version is what I like. Now, how it's actually the size of like a full-size pen. Let's give it a go here. It is 5 inches, 200 thousandths. So let's see here. Here it is against a Fisher Space Pen that is put together, the bullet. So it's about the same size as a pen. The pocket clip is your standard Vero pocket clip, which is kind of hard to get in and out of the pocket. I will say that it's got a lot of retention, but it's not coming out, let me tell you that. So it takes a little bit to get in the pocket and out of the pocket, but for me, it's not bad, especially because I use this thing constantly. The best thing, the genius part of this product is that it is a multi-tool. It's a pry bar. It's a good pry bar. I can do scraping, I can do prying, just like anything else. I use it a lot of times to get staples and stuff out. But it also has, in the back here, a magnetic bit driver. So you can see there, you have a spot to carry 2 bits with you at all times. As a knife guy, as a knife reviewer, a knife collector, I carry a bunch of different knives all the time. Most of the time, it's a T8 and T6 that I need. But it does come in this little tin, and it comes with T6, T8, T10, a Phillips, and a flathead. And then it also comes with extra O-rings in this little bag. So, as of right now, I've got a guy who's going to be sending me some products that will hold the other bits, and I can incorporate that in my EDC and let you know how that goes whenever I get that in. But a T6 and a T8 bit driver on my person all the time is a game changer. Tighten up a pocket clip screw, tightening up the pivot if it comes loose. That has been absolutely mind-blowingly useful. As you can see, it's held on with this, and so basically all I do is just roll this, like you probably can't see, but I'll roll the little O-ring off, pick out whichever one I need, which, you know, these are WeHa bits too, so very well done bits. Magnetic, sits in there, and now I have an actual driver that sits, you know, like a regular driver would, versus some of the other pry bars where it does have a bit driver, but it sits like this, and it's so awkward to use. This, not at all. Magnetic. Let's see if I can get up. Have my bit, got my knife, twist, tune, get my knife like I need to, put this bit back in, and then move my O-ring back into place to hold it down. Boom and done. I'm telling you, if you are a knife guy and you do carry knives all the time, you understand that tightening up screws is kind of a thing. Not all knives do that. Sometimes we can Loctite it in and then we don't have to worry about it. But guys, especially when I get something in to hold the other bits, you know, your regular bits that you want to use, which is a Phillips and a flathead, which if you're not a knife guy, a Phillips and a flathead is the things you're going to use the most, right? So you can just put those in here, and then you have a pry bar that can clip into your pocket, and then have a Phillips and a flathead for all kinds of stuff that come across on a daily basis. Tech guys, you know, but the IT guys that I work with, when they saw this, they were like, wow, that is so cool. And I'm like, I know, right? So it's titanium. It is, we want to say 5 inches to 5 inches 200 thousandths. At its widest point, it is about 6/36. At its thickest point, it is about 185 thousandths. So it's not the smallest, because like I said, I mean, you've got your Lynch North, you know, it's kind of long, and they do have the mini, and the mini probably works well for a lot of people. It just, there's just a few problems with trying to get it in the pocket, because these are actually underneath the pocket clip. So it makes it a little bit more cumbersome. So I don't mind carrying something this size. I mean, you really get some really good leverage too when you have something like this. But yes, I understand a lot of people are like, man, I just don't know if I'd use it all the time, take up the pocket space. I get it, guys. I really, really do. But this tool being pry bar and a bit driver, I'm telling you, I will never go without this in my pocket, ever. Because it's not a knife either, so I can carry it in most places because it's a tool, right? I don't know. Some places might give you a hard time, but if you had to, you could definitely use this for a defensive tool. I'm just saying. Because you've got some corners here. You got a nice place for your thumb. I know a lot of people probably not thinking about that for this, but it's something that you could use in a defensive situation if you needed to, right? I mean, you got to just think. These things are kind of hard to get a hold of. They are, you know, it's a Vero engineering product. Those things are hot. Anything Vero has is hot right now, and so yes, they sell out fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the Vero engineering site so you can go there and get on the waiting list, on the email list, so you'll know when these things drop. And then I'm also going to put the Facebook group listed down below. The Vero Engineering Facebook group is the best place to find a Vero Engineering product if you're looking for one, because he does drops and then they sell out fast, and so then you have to wait for the next drop. You are going to pay a premium if you don't hit the drop. It's just the way it is. These things on the website go anywhere from $95 all the way up to $275 because they have really flashy Damascus and all this other junk. But around $100 is what you're going to pay for a full-size Fulcrum. You get all the bits, you get the microfiber cloth, all that good stuff. I think it's a great deal. It is titanium. This one has a PVD coated pocket clip and has Vero on the back, which is laser engraved. I don't think all of them have that, but I don't really care. It's just a wonderful tool. Of course, I do wear the V with pride because I love Joseph Vero and everything that he's doing. Joseph, you are the man. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, he is coming out with so many just new designs. He's not stopping, and I'm very, very happy that he has been so successful because everything he's done has been basically gold. I have the Vero Engineering, or I had the Vero Engineering Impulse, the Synapse XL I have, the Axon I have, and then his new Isotope I am really wanting. Yeah, they're fixing to start shipping the first run, and so I may end up having to pick one of those up. But yeah, I just love everything he's doing. Guys, if you are looking for a pry tool, and a pry tool just won't cut it, or if you're just kind of like, I don't know, I want to try one, I urge you to try this one, because it comes with that bit, with the bits and the bit driver that is actually inverted like this, so you can use it as a real bit driver. It is a game changer. I'm telling you, if you carry one, you will use it. Okay? If you carry one, you'll find things that come up every day where you're like pulling out your knife, you're like, and then you use this. It's amazing once you start carrying it every day how much you use it. It's like a flashlight. It's like I tell everybody, once you start carrying a flashlight, you'll never go without one in your pocket. And it's been that way for me and for a lot of others. So guys, Vero Engineering, Fulcrum, the best pocket pry bar tool in the business. I urge you to go look and find them. I'm going to, like I said, put all that stuff down below. The price is not exactly cheap, I get it, but $100 for this product I think is well worth it. So anyways, Joseph Vero, keep doing what you're doing. Guys, I appreciate you stopping by and checking it out. This is just a quick little video talking about this tool that has basically changed my EDC for life, and I will never go without one of these in my pocket. I love you all. Stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one.